On tonight's episode, a brand new segment, Crop Factor, News of the Week, and much more. This is After Hours episode 68.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the After Hours episode 68. I'm your host, Carlos Silva, talking with you all the way from Miami, from South Florida, and I'll be joined tonight by my dear buddy, all the way from Kentucky, Collin Kendall.
Well, we're still here. It's live.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here. It's all right. Okay, no big deal. A little lost.
And all the way from Orlando, actually the place that everybody actually were last week, our big buddy, Jason Canapp.
I'm a little bigger after my lunch yesterday. That's for sure.
Oh, by the way,
carb load and pretend you run.
by the way, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I figured that I needed to test it out before.
No,
it's like
no.
the guy. It's like the tester for the
Don't
king.
you dare.
You know, the
Don't
person
you
has to
dare
test
go
the
to
food
space
make sure it's worthy of the king.
I'll have space to 20. Space to 20. If it happens,
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know.
if happens that you get an ADR or something like that,
Never heard of it.
you just send me a text. I'll jump in the car. I'll drive there. No problem.
Okay. I can
Okay.
12 minutes to get to Orlando.
Okay. Just that.
Just go to the
Hey,
lounge.
buddies,
You can go at any
Do
time.
you, Colin?
Buddies, let's talk Disney. It's so good to be back to the studio. I loved doing the whole live show, live thing, but it was.
It kind of destroyed you.
You know one thing, Jason.
Yeah, you were hurting.
It was the sun. It was too much sun.
Okay.
No,
Because
it's-
Miami's so cloudy.
No, but I don't walk under the sun. I don't walk under the sun the way that I did. I'm not so friendly with the sun, and it was too much. It was too much. The next time I will pace myself in. I will plan a little bit better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll plan it, but it was so good to get to meet, not only to be with Jason, but to get to meet all the friends, and it was amazing. And that remembers with me because it's about time for us to say hello.
There's a delay. Things I didn't need to see in live for 300 points.
Colin, it's it's time to say hello.
Somebody save me.
Yeah, go help me. Lord help me.
It's good to see Ben Ackers, Quentin Seeger, Mark Jones. Good to see you, my friend. That guy named Jason who likes to yell like a woman sometimes. Neil T. Metcalf, Kerry Krieger. It's good to see you guys. Jason, who do you see?
I see Sarah and Gary and John, Mark, Megan. Great to see you. Kelly Lawrence. Michael Riley, I don't know if you already said that or not. Tom McMillan. I think Michelle was there. I think
Michelle
my mom
is
was
there
somewhere.
Yeah. John Yals. Peter Mino. Peter Mino is back. Peter, good to see you back. And let me see here. Caleb is here also. Michael Riley. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. It was great. Let me take this song. Oh, come on.
just to make Jason stop dancing.
And one thing I have to remember: if you're watching us, doesn't matter from YouTube or from Facebook, please don't forget to present yourself. Show up in the comments. I would love to hear from you, to get to know you, to know where you're watching us from. We're pretty friendly. Sometimes we look a little bit grumpy, but no, we're not grumpy.
Mostly Carlos.
No, we're like three little kittens. We're playful, and I'll show you how much we like. We're like three little kittens. I have a video of the three of us in the wild. Take a look. Take a look. We're so friendly.
It's messed up. So why am I in a cave?
I think you got the better deal there.
No, I might have.
Oh, yeah. And in the green room when we're getting ready to the show, we were talking about Emmanuel. No, the name of those cats are manuals. They are manuals.
We never talked about Emmanuel. We were talking about Manuel.
Yes, I know.
And all he wants to talk about is Emmanuel Lewis.
Okay. Oh, and one thing I have to ask you guys is that don't forget to bring it and to do the like and share. The like and share is really important for us. If you're watching us from YouTube, don't forget that. We need you to be subscribing to our YouTube channel and to click that little bell for the upcoming live shows and to be aware that we're live. And two. And to share as much as possible. After hours, we would love to see our community increase. We want to see a lot of people watching us. It would be a dream come true. In YouTube, mainly. Okay.
Still a little bitter.
Yeah.
Yes, did you mention that we're actually streaming to Twitch?
Oh yes, and nobody's watching there.
No, because
It's worth trying.
None of us are 20-year-old boys.
Yeah, we're trying.
Men.
I'm not too far off.
That's true. Other than Collin.
There's some friends that are showing up right now. Lisa Gettimali, we have the opportunity to meet Lisa there. Christine, Wendy. Ring the bell to subscribe is what Ben Ackhurst is saying all the way from UK. Thank you, buddy. And Peter Minute, just click on Jason's forehead to subscribe.
Anywhere. Really anywhere. It's such a big amount of space.
If you see him in public, just poke him in the head. Does the same.
Yeah, it worked. It will work.
Look, see this?
Probably says that was easy when you hit
see
it. When
this
you hit
bruise? I got a bruise right there.
That's it.
From where Carlos poked my brain.
Yeah,
Forehead.
my bruise is here.
Yeah.
If you're just joining for the first time,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Buddies, now is the time.
Now's the best time.
Yes, there's a bunch of news that I would like to share. Actually, good is that only me and Collin are aware about those news. Jason is not.
That's true.
It's gonna be news for
usual.
for Jason.
It's all
Nope.
good news
For me.
Yeah.
New news.
I'm always the last to know.
No. That was a chance for you to know, but no problem.
It's all right. Some of us show up for the pre-meeting show. It's okay.
Let me say hi to Valerie Saido. Valerie is saying, hey, Al from Pop Century. Hi, Valerie. How are you? Okay, so let me start with the first news. Is that the Theme Entertainment Association, it's called TIA, finally published the numbers of attendance of the biggest 25 theme parks in the world for last year. And for no surprise, there was it was a 67 decline in attendance due to the pandemic. But Magic Kingdom keeps with the first place and saw a decline of 66%. From 20 million to almost 7 million attendees. The strange thing is that the numbers among the Disney parks in Orlando were almost the same in terms of the decline, only a little bigger in Disney's Animal Kingdom. It was 70%.
I've always heard that these numbers are a little skewed, though, just because of the nature of how they're collected. Because Disney doesn't technically have to report that. But I don't know how true that is. That's just what I've heard in the past.
It is the only number that is close to
Right,
reality, because it's an official association for them. So I really know. I don't know why Jason is looking around. Why you're trying to?
I was writing these things down. In other news, cows continue to produce milk. Details at 11.
Okay.
Hey, if Carlos says it, I'd probably still watch it.
One thing. The other one is that it popped up yesterday. It was the one. Is mobile cast complement. So the way they brought a new way for us to complement cast members. That is not so.
This didn't happen years ago.
There's no so specific, but I have to tell you, buddies, that
the reason is because they're reducing the number of cast members at guest services. So this.
So let me share with you.
This is easier.
So let me share with you the video that Disney prepared for this specific new.
Hi everyone, my name is Andres. I'm part of the technology and digital group here at Disney Parks Experiences and Products. And I'm at Magic Kingdom Park today celebrating 50 magical years of the Walt Disney World Resort. Now at the heart of that celebration are the cast members whose dedication and smiles bring Walt's vision to life each and every day. And over the years, it's become a bit of a tradition for us here at Disney to recognize and to share all those wonderful guest letters and social media shout-outs we receive complimenting our cast. And that is why today we are so excited to announce a brand new digital feature in the My Disney Experience app that'll let you share those cast compliments right from the palm of your hand. It's super simple. Open the 50th anniversary event guide, then scroll down to the banner in blue with the gold button that reads Share Your Cast Compliment. Or use the search tool to look up mobile cast compliments. Once you're in, use the drop-downs to select the cast compliment type, location, and cast member role you'd like to recognize. Then tap that submit button, and we'll be sure to celebrate our cast with you. Thank you for being part of the magic and joining us in celebrating our cast with us. See you at the parks.
Unfortunately, Andres was also the cast member in charge of mobile ordering and Wi-Fi in Magic Kingdom last week, and so.
Yeah. That you remember the whole issue that I had with my mobile order along with you. We did this, yeah. So it was
you and I had it. We basically had a dream experience.
Yes.
Dream experience.
But one thing is that I tried today to do that.
To leave a cast compliment from
Miami?
How does that work?
But it is not specific. For instance, you're gonna leave a compliment for instance.
I'm doing it right now.
For dining in Citricos, you don't have that option. You're gonna have the option of dining in Grand Floridian Resort, and you gave a general compliment. So it's not specific. You cannot go directly to a cast member. To do that, you have to write a letter or to go to social media. That's the only thing that you can do.
So if I go to Cast Compliment right now, what's interesting is that there's no location service required, right? So you don't have to do this.
No,
They
you
probably
don't.
don't
while you're in
care,
the
so you can
park.
like think about it as you're going back to an airport or something like that.
Yeah,
But you're right. You can't give the name of the person. It's just
No.
the name of the place.
It is.
So
It is.
that feels. I guess we're all getting
Kind of
trophies.
ingenuine.
I guess we're all getting trophies.
Buddies, someone show up in Twitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Prize. You win the prize. Carlos.
Hi.
Told you it was worth it.
Hello.
It's just one
Hello.
person's
Hello.
show.
And now they're gone.
Yeah.
Who ran them off?
Yeah. They got scared.
You think?
It's not a game.
It's very
laugh.
lifelike.
10 weeks from now, it'll be your biggest audience, and you'll have no idea why.
Very lifelike.
One thing, so you cannot go specific. Okay, I want to see the point of it. I don't know if they're gonna upgrade to something that goes directly to the cast member, but it was not a case. And I think it's gonna be tricky because they have some rotations of cast members, and it's tricky. Well, let's go to the other big news. For after almost 30 years, almost 30 years, 30, we had a new boat in the Seven Sea Lagoons. That's the Trade Winds.
Oh yeah.
It's bright.
We actually saw this. This was out. This almost ran into us on our pontoon adventure for the lunch break the Wednesday before last. It was sitting out there between the two islands that are there, and it was moving, but not quickly. And we weren't sure. We thought it was still at first, and then we're like, okay, we can. And we were trying to avoid a ferry, but then it started moving again. I was like, oh, it's gonna. I was like, we got to get out of the way, but the pontoon only moves so fast.
No.
But it was they were training.
Paddle
they were,
faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
It is.
beautiful, but dangerous.
It and it's technology.
Not if you don't get in its way.
It is technologically advanced. They do
It
have
looks it.
Yeah, they do have cameras for maneuvering and things like that. So it's
I mean, it also kind of reminds me of Donald's boat from Toontown. A little bit.
yes, you're
I have a
right.
feeling that one wouldn't float very well,
You're
so
right.
they probably had to replace it.
You're right, and it's orange. I love that.
Yeah.
Like
In the Florida sun, it will be tangerine next year.
I'll say it'll fade.
Okay, let's see here. Let me go to the now let's talk about food.
Mm-hmm.
We have I received the food guide for Disney Springs, and there are all the new foods items for Halloween season and the fall into magic. That is kind of neat. A few things that I would like to just to show from Erin McManus, the bakery from New York. They have those cupcakes and beautiful Halloween treats there. In the hangar, you have this what they call the witch's flight. It is a beer with tangerine, another one with lime and apple.
Oh.
And the other one with blueberry. Oh my gosh!
Why?
I don't know.
It's not sounding good.
Also known as the flight you won't touch. Or
No.
the flight you won't finish.
I'm kind of curious with that. I really
the value,
can't.
Jet.
You really want to drink a purple beer?
It is blueberry. It is blueberry. You have antioxidants, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
a beer
Because
that
that
will
won't be offset by the
I'm
rest
sure it's
of it.
natural blueberry in there. Yeah,
And-
just like the blueberry.
Those
what
look
was
that color in
What was the
nature.
Count Chocula cereal that had the blueberry? What's the one?
The booberries?
Booberry. That's it. That's what they should call it. Booberry.
saying hi to Mark with Whiting.
Patent pending.
Mark Sheffield is here saying, I like Trade Winds. It's nice. Good, Mark. Yeah, I love that. I love the orange color. Blueberry. Lisa is saying.
See? They
But I love that. I think it's beautiful. I think I will try that. I'll try that.
No, you won't.
I will.
You haven't even been
I
to the
want
hanger
proof.
bar.
Now I have two of that.
welcome hanger bar.
Okay, and let's go to the. I think it's the last one. Is the last piece of the news is
thank
that
goodness.
it came up. It came up today. The pass holder bus is
What the heck is this?
It is something that is they're adding to the My Disney Experience.
It's what they're renaming the bees on the Polynesian beach.
The pass holder bus puts the magic of the Walt Disney Resort right in your fingertips with exclusive videos,
What is that
articles, and
font?
more.
What is the font?
I chose that.
Oh no!
It's called Crayola Crayon.
You'll be able to dive deeper into the Walt Disney World attractions, Epcot festivals, and other experiences through interviews, behind-the-scenes trivia, recipes, and even in event information. It's going to be added to the My Disney Experience. And
Why
actually,
not? That's what I want.
Add everything else.
Let's just name. Let's create a name for some.
it is the
I
pass
still
holder
don't
bus.
understand.
Well, and
It
for
looks like
sure.
honeycomb.
And I don't have nothing to do with that design. That's not my font.
I was thinking Buzz
I did the
because
beautiful
that
one.
was not what this was.
And what happened is that for sure they're gonna have all the discounts, the promotions that the pass holders have in the app. That's the part that I like, because usually to try to find that out, you have to go to the website, and it's kind of crazy.
Well, they already did deliver the sting, so I guess the buzz was bound to come.
But
At some point.
you have any more news, Carlos?
Thank God not. The only thing is that we have the opportunity now to discuss a little bit about last week. Is there anything that we like to bring from last week, despite the fact that it was great to see people. It was great to be with our friends, and I think that's the main. That for me was my main objective there. Yes, we did some. We enjoyed the parks. It was great to be with Jason in Epcot and Hollywood Studios on the 30th, and it was great to be with Michelle and Jason and a lot of friends in Magic Kingdom in a day that we rode Space Mountain, and there was they were saying 15 minutes, but it took 15 minutes to walk.
It just took that long. It's like whatever the length is of time it takes to walk.
Yes.
To the attraction itself. Yeah.
And it was great, and it was the best part of it was to meeting all the nice people that we met there, and it was great to be with all of you, and I love that. It was great. And the next day, the second, I went to the.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yes.
No.
About the first. So, what was amazing, there's someone in our community, and I won't name names, who said something like, what was great about the first is that, it wasn't about the attractions. It was about, being in the space and yada, yada, whatever. And yeah, I'm glad you and a whole bunch of other people felt the same way, because I was able to walk on Buzz Lightyear. I was walking on Space Mountain. I walked on the teacups. I walked on Speedway. We walked on Thunder Mountain.
And staggered off the teacups.
Practically walked on even Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It was great. Everybody else is standing in line for merchandise or trying to get a good spot 12 hours early for the fireworks. There's attractions in this park, and they're pretty darn good.
And Megan is asking something here that we're not gonna be able to do.
What's that?
Review of the 2 new shows, please.
No, I'm still processing. Thank you very much.
And there are conflict of opinions.
I have an appointment with a therapist on Monday to finish.
That's the third time this week.
There are conflict of opinions. One thing that I said to
don't do it.
No, I will not talk about the attractions. I don't talk the shows. It's the only thing is that I remember when I was living in Brazil, very young, and to hear about a new attraction, a new show on Disney, I would need to go to a newspaper. If it show up to the newspaper, or I would need to buy an international publication to get those news. And usually what happened, and would show up in the park and there was something new, and it was, something new. And that first first
It's like
reaction.
Jason every day when he wakes up. I forgot about all of yesterday. What is this?
It's it again. It's it again.
Oh, I found my superpower!
It's it again.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
Okay.
we're not gonna talk about those shows. Please watch them. I think one thing is that don't listen to the ones that say that it's good or it's bad. Watch them, and I think you're gonna have I think the 50th as a combined experience with all the things that they're bringing. It is an amazing experience. That's the only thing I have to say in that on that. And if you have that experience with friends like Jason, with friends of all the friends that we met, it is even better. For me,
count Jason as your friend?
Yeah, no, he's.
I thought we were just obligated to be here.
No, you
Short list, Colin.
you're not friends of mine. You're my brothers. No, so no.
Oh.
No, yeah.
Well, I couldn't make that joke with anybody else. So.
Ben is saying, watch them with an open mind. Yes. It's so you know one thing.
What's that?
Talking about that, and topic thanking everybody for showing, for being with us there, and thanking even Collin, because Collin wasn't able to be there with us, but was trying to hold some kind of a structure in our
Didn't work.
live marathon. But thank you to everybody. And as we're thinking, I need to bring out that we do have a brand new segment,
Yes, we do.
and it is all about thanking. Thank you, and it's our after hours.
I got a little behind this week, so you got to write thank you notes on the show.
Yeah, actually, you wrote most of them. So it's the after hours thank you notes. Let's take a look. Well, the thank you notes. Jason, are you prepared for that?
Well, I don't know. It depends on how much work was done after I finished my
No.
work.
I'm respecting.
I don't think anything, actually.
I'm respecting your final edit, but the way we're gonna do is going to be Carlos, Collin, Jason. Carlos, Collin,
great.
Jason.
Whenever he picks the order.
No, it is really important for you. I think you're gonna appreciate that. You're gonna understand.
What's the order? Carlos, Collin, Jason?
Yes.
Carlos, Collin, Jason.
Yes.
Carlos, Collin, Jason.
So let's go to our first. Let's go. Oh no, it's Jason here. Oh my gosh. Let's go to our first thank you note. Thank you, lovely scooter users. You are always so polite and considerate. P.S. Love your bips. Collin, it's your turn.
Thank you, Disney, for not bringing the parking trams back yet. It is really helping me close my fitness rings.
Jason,
Yes.
it's your turn.
Okay. Thank you, Disney trash cans, for being my salvation when I cannot find a table.
Now it's gonna be me, and it's gonna be hard for me to pronunciate that, but I will try. Guess what I took here? Look. Thank you, guest at Living with the Land, for reminding us that cucumbers can really get you. Can really get you into pickle.
You can't say cucumbers.
Not even the other thing. Thank God that doesn't have that fruit in it. That fruit in the palm. Okay, Collin, please, it's your turn.
Okay. Wait, give me a second. Thank you, Bob Chapek, for teaching us to always appreciate what we have because of, well, people like Bob Chapek.
I'm so sorry. Whoever's joining us for the first time.
This is the best one. Okay. Okay, let me. I lost the count here. Okay, let's go to Jason. Be ready. See, no, it's,
Oh no,
I
it's my
just
turn.
went.
I lost track.
yeah,
Okay.
it's Jason.
Thank you, mini umbrella that fits in my pocket, for reminding me that size does matter.
Okay, let me see it. Okay. Okay. Thank you, it's a small word, for preparing me for harmonious. No, I don't. I do not agree with that. That's not mine. I just read it. It's not mine. Okay, Collin, it's your turn.
Okay, here we go. Oh no, not this one. Thank you, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, for bringing my fear of glitter to a new level. P.S. Iridescent drinks.
Have you seen the iridescent drinks that are everywhere for the 50th? It's like drinking glitter.
Okay, the last one finally. Jason, it's your turn.
Okay. Thank you, Space 220, for hiding your entrance just well enough to help me forget my jealousy.
Okay.
I'm disappointed my matching shirts one didn't make
Oh.
the list.
Okay, Patricia said that should have been Jason. He hates glitter.
No, I know. He does. He does hate glitter.
Oh, I love that segment. Good evening to Janetti. Hi, Janetti. How are you?
I thought long and hard about 6 of these.
Most of actually from the 9 that we have, 6 were written by Collin, 2 by me, and 1 from Jason. Isn't that correct?
There was a rewrite on a couple.
Yeah, there was a rewrite.
rewrite.
Yeah.
Rewrite.
Well, whenever.
Doesn't matter who gets the credit.
But it's it's funny because Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique was. Sorry.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm trying to see here the comments. Okay.
Many people in the comments are asking why there's a spider on my shirt. It's actually a palm tree.
Yeah, the tree that has that.
It does kind of look
what
like
kind
a
of-
palm tree.
Carlos, what kind of
Kinda
fruit
looks like a
grows on a
spider.
palm tree?
Not that kind of nut.
No, I cannot say that. Okay. Let me catch my breath.
My head hurts.
Give me 2. Collin, now is the time.
That was the best time.
Now is the time. Now is the best time for Crop Factor. Peter saying, "Oh, crop! I missed that segment." And Ben is saying, "Best segment ever." Which this one or the new one?
I hope it's the last one. I kind of want to do that.
I love that. Yeah, that was a really good one. Okay, and we do have another viewer in Twitch.
Every time. Don't make them feel awkward.
Okay.
They just run away. They're like little puppies.
No. For those watching us on Twitch, please don't forget that to follow us also on YouTube and Facebook. Okay.
They don't want to follow.
Because we're not really sure.
They're on Twitch because they don't want to be on the other places. Don't you understand? Just stay on Twitch. You're good on Twitch. It's fine.
Just figure out how to follow there.
Yeah, we'll continue. Now we found our way to Twitch. We're not gonna.
Just glad you're there.
Yeah, we're gonna be there
Even if
forever.
we're not glad that we're there. We're glad.
We're there now.
Okay. Collin, can you explain what is a crop factor?
I can try.
Good.
Crop factor is a segment we have here. It's kind of similar to what we do with What's That Sound, but with photos. So we take a photo, we crop in on it very tight from somewhere around the park, and it's your job to narrow it down and guess questions until you can figure out what it is, or someone else in the group can figure out what it is. And we'll start with the tightest crop, and then we'll move out to make it a little bit easier if nobody gets it, and then we'll reveal the answer. We'll probably do this, I believe, 3 times tonight, Carlos?
Yep. 3.
Yep.
As usual.
So feel free to ask clarifying questions, and
Twice.
we will hope to get you on
3
the right track.
times a crappie.
Holy crop.
Holy crap.
Let's go to the first one. The first image. Yes, here. Ooh.
This is more difficult than I thought it might be.
It is a palm tree.
And
Coconut.
what grows on those, Carlos?
So that looks like some sort of.
It's funny because I made this like 3 weeks ago and we didn't end up using it. So like,
Is that like a trellis, or is that like a structure, like a?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God! Come on, Peter.
He doesn't have
This is
that
a close
much of
up
a
of
macro.
Carlos's nose.
I don't think. Oh, you think it's? Oh! You know what else that could be? What if that's a reflection? Because it looks kind of like the sun setting. So maybe that's actually glass. And if that's glass,
So people are saying Disney Springs,
You
Topolino
thought you had
Terrace,
a breakthrough there?
Polynesians,
I don't think
Grand
you're on the right
Floridian.
track.
that's not glass. That's not glass. Like with the reflection, we're not seeing a reflection there of the
So Collin,
No.
Collin, do you?
Ish.
trellis-like thing.
Oh, Lisa getting Marlin saying Caribbean Beach. Is it Laura is asking, is it Animal Kingdom? So Collin, can I go to the second crop?
Yeah, go ahead and move it out a little bit. That'll help some people.
Oh. Oh. Okay. It's not what I was. I mean, it's sort. Yeah. I mean, that is glass.
Yeah,
But,
that was my point. I mean, it's kind of glass, but
So we're
it's
looking
not
at
the
a
way you
lighthouse.
were
but
thinking of
which
glass.
lighthouse is it? And it's not. I don't think it's Yacht Club, because Yacht Club's doesn't look like that. Is it? Is it Caribbean? Maybe it is Caribbean.
That's a good way to narrow it down, Jason.
Maybe it is
It's
Caribbean.
not
Queen.
Yacht Club, because Yacht Club
Caribbean
doesn't look
Queen?
like that.
Yeah.
Caribbean Queen.
Queen.
Now
Now we're
we've been sharing the same dream.
All right, they're kind of torn in the comments.
That's one.
Jody writes that she can also say
on the run.
Carlos, do you know which one was the first correct answer?
yes. The one that I already know that someone that she changed in the way, but she was the
That
first.
was not a
far
final
to-
answer.
Don't go
she-
changing.
and try to
and
please.
win this.
So for those who guessed Caribbean Beach, that would be correct.
yes.
Oh.
Show us the reveal. It is
You
the
know,
lighthouse
you
at
know,
Caribbean
you know
Beach.
what restaurant has opened over there that I haven't been to ever?
Sebastian's Beach.
Sebastian's Beach.
Sebastian's Bistro. I've never been there.
Took it
and it's-
forever to reopen.
It
yeah,
is.
but I need to get over there.
It is a nice restaurant, and I have to tell you one thing. The day
The views are great over there. I'll give it that. I've not eaten them.
and whenever we have a really nice experience, is good to share with all of you. Jason, remember that when we left Magic Kingdom on October 1st, I sent you a photo of the restaurant
Not that
Olivia's. Olivia's. No,
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
a different
Olivia's.
thing.
Right.
Olivia's in in how you call? Oh my gosh, Key West, in old Key West,
With the paddle fans.
and it was great. It was great. I had an
I
amazing.
have heard the
you
dinner
get the
there
salad?
and the breakfast is much better.
No,
than the
I had the prime rib. Salad.
I don't need no stinking salads.
Yeah, I was hungry. After 3 days of of dinner in that All-Star movie.
Yeah, that gets old in a hurry.
Oh,
Food court there.
we do have a picture. We do have a picture of your lunch from the first. But I think we need to share on our Facebook community page.
Oh, so
What did
you have that?
I have a picture.
Yeah, please share that. It was
Oh, boy.
It was a Frogo.
This was in Magic
It was a
Kingdom?
Frogo little lunch.
Oh, okay. You know how he accidentally ordered the family meal from Trails End?
But it was incidentally, yeah. No. But that one in Columbia Harbor was to take pictures.
Let's just imagine you go to Columbia Harbor House. You
and
go
I
up and
ate
say, what would you
everything.
like? And you say yes.
Everything.
Okay, let's go to the
He
second.
was hungry. He's a growing boy.
Yes, I need that. I was
Needs his
walking a
energy.
lot. But the sun was draining my energy. I needed that. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the
So we have
second.
another one.
Yeah, so go to the second image. First crop.
I think this is difficult.
I think this is easy.
Really?
Yep. I think they're gonna
Let's
get
see.
it.
Let's see.
Our audience is so
They are good at this.
yes.
Jason, do you know?
Of course I do.
That's normally not true.
Jody is saying Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think this is from your little secret spot.
Well, be careful what you wish for on this show.
I have a feeling. So I don't want to say anything too early, but I think
For the
are
record,
we
that
in the-
doesn't mean anything to me at the moment, so you're
are
probably
we in
wrong.
the, are we in the Magic? I assume we're in the Magic Kingdom,
Yes.
You are in the
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom.
and I assume we are close to the castle, but not in the castle.
Yes.
And we are, I would say, we are on the south side of the castle. And
No.
I would. Oh? Are you sure?
Let's
Yeah, I'm sure.
let's go to the second image. I think it's gonna help you a little
Oh, I
bit.
see what you're thinking of now. But no,
Uh-huh.
this is not that.
Because you know that
Is that your little secret spot?
we already
No,
have
it's not.
we already have
We do
a
have
right
correct answer.
I see
a correct
curtains.
answer.
I see
Yes.
Curtains. Oh, what are there curtains? Why are there curtains there?
There isn't what you're thinking.
It's got to be a curtain.
It is a curtain.
Yes. We do have.
And we do have correct answers.
a
We
correct
do?
answer. Yes.
Yeah.
The
Someone-
Statue of Liberty?
No.
No. Wait,
This
let me
would be
find.
the castle walkthrough.
Is
But I
that
don't know who
Disneyland?
first said it.
But it's not Disneyland.
No, it's Disney
Yes.
World.
But that's not the castle. Oh, you call that the castle walkthrough? Okay,
Yeah.
the tunnel.
What do you call the castle walk?
And I'm
The
trying
thing
to
in
find
Disneyland
here.
where you actually walk through the
I'm
castle.
Oh, you
trying
can
to find
actually
here.
walk through the castle.
We had someone getting it right.
Yeah, somebody got it right early.
Yes, Mark Jones. Mark Jones.
Well, I should know.
Yeah.
When it's Mark Jones, he knows
Yeah.
his stuff.
He does.
Ironically enough, I've walked through this with Mark Jones.
On purpose, like you both. were
Yeah, I
there?
did know. I didn't run away in time.
Oh, you don't want to run away with Mark Jones. That's okay,
And I
Mark.
love the picture, buddy. It is amazing.
I need to retake that one, but it's hard to find this space when it's not full of people. As you can tell, there's a little bit of ghosting in there to begin with, if people walking by. But
It's a Halloween
why
shop.
did I freeze?
You didn't
It's
freeze.
Christmas.
Yes, you
No, I
can-
mean, it was the ghosting.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Round 3. Here we go.
Let's go to the that one is the difficult one.
You think third one's the difficult one?
Yes, that's really difficult.
Well, we shall see.
That's why I think that Jason's gonna
Oh, the
get
ground.
Jason's
But
gonna
what
get it.
ground?
Jason's
Actually, there
get-
are a couple of hints in this.
It's
If you look
Earth.
carefully. Technically, it's concrete. But
well, it's not. They don't get little sparklies, so it's not Epcot. And I mean, it could be Epcot, I guess, but you only
Mark
when
Jones,
you
that
take
really
pictures
was
of-
when your daughter had called you a nerd.
when you take
I
pictures
forgot
of the
about
ground
that.
in Epcot, it's usually the little sparkly things.
You're kind of warm.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You're really warm.
Yeah, but it's, I don't.
I
think
don't know. I'm
because
800 miles away, but you're probably kind of warm.
I do see. Oh wait, see those little lights off in the distance though.
Yeah, there are some telltale signs in this crowd. So those saying Spaceship Earth, you're not that far off.
Can we? Oh wait! Oh,
Jason, you were there.
Yeah, I think I know. Is this a spongy material?
No.
Oh.
This is asphalt.
Let me go to the second crop to help a little bit.
That does help.
Does help a lot.
It helps.
Wait. We're in that area. I don't like to be in that area right now.
Yes, you're right.
Maybe? Yeah, maybe.
You're right. You're right. I think I.
No, it's definitely Epcot. We're definitely in Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
And no, we're not.
Carlos,
at
have you
Nemo.
seen a correct answer? I have not.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Sorry,
maybe
sorry.
maybe now. Maybe
Yeah.
now.
There are several correct answers already. Someone even went a little bit more specific. But yes, it is this one here. Let me show.
It is Mission Space.
The first one
Yeah.
it was Zach Brown that brought Mission Space.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't even
Yeah.
see that.
Amazing picture also. I love that.
This was a fun shot. We had
Was
just
that
gotten a
was that
little
the
tiny
day we
bit
had
early.
walked back like across the park 16 times during the sunset?
Yeah, because the sunset fell in the window.
Remember we waited for like 15 minutes for the monorail to go
We
by
did.
and it never did. And then
Never
you said, "Well,
showed
let's go
up.
to the other. Let's go to the other side." As soon as we got halfway to the other side, the monorail
It came by.
Yeah.
That's how it always happens. That's
Jody
my luck.
says
That's
yes.
my luck. I really like the entrance areas, Mission
was a
Space,
fun
though,
night.
as much as
That's
I don't like.
That's the night we watched Illuminations from Japan.
It was it the same night?
Yeah, well, we did it twice.
We did it like 4 times that week.
Yeah, that probably that was an amazing time.
Yeah, it was before we
you
knew
weren't around yet, Carlos.
No, yeah,
so
by that, probably
Amazing.
that's why it was great.
okay.
We can always go back. It's okay. When we go to Space 220, we can retake this picture.
That's right.
If Jason
well,
doesn't go without us before then.
Oh no. And
We'll go
if-
without him, Carlos. Me
and
and
You
you
know
will
why
go.
there's zero chance of me going first? Because it requires getting up early, or running, or standing in a
I'll do
long
both.
queue.
I'll do
I'm not
do
going to
that.
do any of those things.
I'll do that for you. I like waking up early, and like running. Yeah. But one thing, from
I don't like either of those
from
things. I'll make
everything-
on Carlos.
from everything I'm hearing, it's everybody continues to say that is an amazing
Of this
experience.
world.
Yeah, that it's an amazing experience that they are steady
Really
on
up
their
there.
I have
performance.
heard
and-
there is a lounge option that is not too hard to get.
You still
I
have to
don't know
wait.
what kind of
You
food
still
they
to wait
have.
in the queue. You still have to wait in the queue and get a.
It's not going to hurt you, Jason.
But one thing,
Have you
one
seen the sun in Epcot?
thing is
Wear
true.
a hat.
One thing is true. It is pretty discreet because you have to look. You have
Like
to
a
go.
speakeasy in space.
Yeah, you cannot. Sometimes you cannot even notice
No.
the entrance there.
What happens on the station stays
Stays
on
on
the
the
station.
station.
Right.
Well, I don't want to go with you two then.
There's
Okay.
always San Diego. All right, let's let's keep going.
That's good. You guys okay?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. So, Jason, now is the time.
I was like, oh, we're finished. Now is the best time.
I was not there.
I'm glad you weren't based on that noise.
Okay, buddies. Our top three. It's been a while that we don't do the top three. It's been a while. We did the
Been
last.
a long time. Been a long time.
Been a lonely. Oh, Led Zeppelin.
Oh, we're gonna sing again?
We brought
That's
Led
gonna
Zeppelin
happen.
to After Hours. Oh my gosh! But one thing, actually, the two previous studio shows we did Go With Us, and we did the F Factor. So it's good to have top three back. And the
Yes.
topic for this week is pretty special, and pretty special for this 50th celebration. This one, top three signs that Walt is still in the parks. And
That's right.
Jason was really fast.
I wasn't really. We agreed on the topic, and then 24 hours later, I submitted my 3. And then you were like, "I hate you." It's not fair.
Is that what Carlos sounds like now?
Coconuts.
Cucumbers.
Okay. Top three signs that Walt is still in the parks. Okay. Well, let's start. Who's going to be the first one?
Not it. 'Cause I gotta
Jason,
find my list.
Jason was the first one to bring, so he's going. So let's go to Jason's number 3.
My number three, which is probably not a great surprise, is Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, and that is because a number of reasons. Number one, I don't think an attraction like this gets built without Walt's driving that. Without Walt being involved in that concept. I can't imagine Disney today saying, what we should do? We should build a treehouse. People have to walk. They have to climb the stairs, and they get to the top.
Not
and
just a normal size one, a
there's-
giant
and
one.
and there's no characters at all, and there's only music. This one little ditty from a movie that no one has seen in decades, right? Like it's never going to happen. But
That wasn't very good.
but it doesn't. Actually, I enjoyed it, but it doesn't really matter because it's as soon as you step through that entranceway, you are transported to this place that's so far away, and it's just leaps from your imagination. You can, there's the little crow's nest where they have the hammocks. My favorite room. There's mom and dad's room with the little organ and stuff. It's so I love it. I love it. I love it. But what I also like about this is when you're at the top, especially up around that crow's nest area, you can look out and you can see other things inspired by Walt, like Jungle Cruise below you. Like you can look off in the distance and see the Big Thunder Mountain, with a mesa, Big Thunder Mesa kind of thing. There's all these things that when I'm up there, I see it. And I'm not going to name some of the other things you can see from up there because I know they're on the list. But there's it's you can imagine like Walt would come up here if he could. He would climb these stairs and get up here and to survey his kingdom. That's kind of how I feel about it too.
And you got it right. One thing, buddy, because there's a in everything we're gonna see in this list, there's a particular vibe. You can see that is the energy that drove the conception and the ideas behind those attractions is so different from what we have now. It's so particular to that kind of experience that I loved it. That during the 50th, the October 1st, that was my first attraction that I went to.
You couldn't have been the last one because you couldn't have made it up the stairs.
No, it was great. And even, well,
the last one was in the shadow of it, though. Actually,
yes, the last one we went to.
Did you hold hands on the flying carpets?
Jungle Cruise. I said Jungle Book. Jungle Cruise. I wish they had. I wish you could ride. I wish they had a Jungle Book attraction.
They had
They
those
tried
shows.
the show and it didn't go over very well.
Yeah.
Why did they not have a Jungle Book attraction?
They had 2 shows. They had 2
Yeah, but that's
shows.
not the same.
Yeah, that. But one thing is that I did. So I did, and if usually that attraction doesn't have a long line, in that day,
Oh, Jungle Cruise Jungle Cruise has had a long line.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about the treehouse. The
Treehouse had a line.
Yeah. No, there was usually there's no line. That day was
There's a line you need to leave
it
the
was
park.
it was empty in a way that I was totally alone there for
Yeah,
a
that's
long
great.
time. For a long time,
Great.
and I enjoy it pretty much.
You know, one of the few things that I wish we would have done in Disneyland was the Tarzan treehouse. Just to compare the
fine.
two.
It's different. It's very different, and it's still structurally the same as it was as the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse before they converted it to the Tarzan treehouse. But now the difference is they switched out some of the artifacts and things, and the music's different. You get to Phil Collins' score. Well, it's not his score, but you get the
It's always a benefit.
that song.
Mark Jones is saying one thing that I have to bring here. Okay, so we have mentioned the castle walkthrough with Collin, the treehouse I walked through with Jason. Now I just need to walk away to the tree of life with Carlos. Then I have them all, or do it in the Epcot. So it's going to be the after hours beacons of buddies.
Right.
That's the way you're gonna do. And Caleb is following us on Twitch. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Good. Is you there? Oh, buddies. Let's go. So, Collin, it's your number 3. And
My number 3 is kind of an obscure one. But I think it encompasses kind of the nature of what Walt would have enjoyed. And for me, it's Fort Wilderness, which is probably an odd pick for some people to hear from me. But it is everything that you think characteristically Walt would have loved. And what he would have loved of the space. It's simple, but it's enjoyable. It's family friendly. It's got a lot of experiences that a lot of people won't take the time out of their day to experience in their normal lives, so they can combine them all here and enjoy them. You've got the horses. You've got canoes or kayaks, whichever one they want to call them. You've got trails in. You've got hoop-de-doo typically, and those are things that all characteristically Walt I think would have loved because of the family atmosphere of it all and the way that they create memories for people that are unique from about any other theme park experience. And obviously you are outside of the theme parks, but it's so iconic of Disney to an extent, and it's one that resonates with so many people over the years, from the trading post area to just all the different facets of that experience that are very simple, very enjoyable, and the views are incredible, and you just feel so far from an amusement park, very similar to Wilderness Lodge, really, which almost made my list. But at the same time, there's a lot of value over there that you don't have to open your wallet too much for. They're still making money. They're still having profitable endeavors over there, but it is still something that you can walk away with a book full of memories with your family that aren't going to cost you a ton of money. And aren't going to be things that you would just do anywhere else. I could just imagine Walt walking through one of these things, doing these activities just off the cuff, or just somewhere you'd see him wandering through, or something like that at night, or sitting in Trails Inn having a meal with his family. Like, it's just so many classic things I think would be so much appreciated. But for me, I always kind of think about that when I walk through there, especially the dim lighting and stuff at night. It's just one of those places that kind of harkens back to what it was all about originally.
I love this pick, and I think that you hit the nail on the head. And I don't think a campground gets built nowadays.
No.
That,
Not in the same way.
And in terms of Walt's focus on making sure that there was a family friendly experience, I don't think you could get any more accessible.
And look how many people still experience it. It's full like every week.
Yes. And it still can be experienced by itself. It's something that you don't need to to incorporate to another experience to be special. If you want to spend the whole day there, doing that, it will be great. Even the weekend there is going to be great.
Yeah, and not to mention they used to have a railroad.
Yes, and I was about to
ago.
say that.
Yeah, there's a few pieces of it still lingering behind if you know where to look for them. But it's something very unique. They had a smaller scale railroad there at one point, which I think you would have absolutely adored. But so many things there. I could go on forever.
Yes, great, buddy. Love that. So let's go to my number 3, if I can recall. It is the ticket room. Yes. And it's so obvious that because it's Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and it's
They're gonna rename it to Carlos's Enchanted Tiki Room.
no. The point is that
You get a coconut when you walk in.
and you have Walt's fingerprints in all over. It's he's the one that originated the first idea due to that little bird that he brought it from a trip. Some people say it's from France, and some people say it is from New Orleans. But I think it's and it was supposed to be a restaurant. That they moved to the idea to be an attraction itself. It is amazing. It is lovely. It is something that every single time that I go, I still have the same sensation. It doesn't wear out on you. Is something that for me continues being pretty special. And as the treehouse and as the campground, it has that vibe that is a little bit. It takes you to. There's something in the Tiki Room that if you guys don't know, you're probably gonna put in the same category of the Phoenician Bay and that Pirates. I love just speaking to those windows.
Yes. The storm.
Yeah, the storm. I love that. I said, I wish I could go to that place there, to those mountains.
Animatronic bird surrounding you, and you're looking out the window.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that. So
no, there's something. It reminds me of when I was a kid and there was a thunderstorm and we would be huddled out on our screened-in porch, and there's just something oddly comforting about the kind of feeling like you're kind of in the storm, but you're sheltered, but just barely. It's like right there. There's something that's so familiar. It's like it's this tropical, exotic location, right?
Yeah.
But there's something so familiar and comforting about that space at that moment.
At that moment, yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. And so it needed to be there. It is an attraction that a lot of people, as with the Swiss Family Treehouse, a lot of people forget to visit or forget to. I know big friends that are big Disney enthusiasts that never been to the Tiki Room. It is something that everybody should do, particularly the ones that they want to try to find Walt's marks and fingerprints in the parks. That's one.
Yep. Agree.
Jason, let's go to your second.
My number two.
Yes.
My number two is one. I think this might be the one that upset you guys the most, or at least Carlos. My number two. Speaking of railroads, it is the Walt Disney Railroad and the Walt Disney World Railroad and in particular the Main Street station there. And this is kind of a little bit of a cheat. Because not only, the railroad, there's such an obvious connection to Walt Disney with the railroads, right? And I think that this is, to lose the railroad would be to lose the soul of the Magic Kingdom, right? You have to have it. But that Main Street station, there's something so, it's almost a spiritual experience when you walk through that tunnel, and you get the grand reveal, the sort of curtain rising effect. And every time I walk through that space, whether I'm doing a live show or I'm just walking through on my own, and I think about that. I think about that curtain going up, and I think about Walt's intention behind that in terms of having this grand reveal. And even when you walk into the town square and you can't see the castle yet, there's, between the station, the tunnel, the train, the whole thing, it just immediately triggers this, not only, hey, you're entering this very special and unique space, but this is the space that Walt built. And that's why I missed the train. I missed the train whistle, because it's like when I felt like every time you heard the train whistle, it was kind of another little reminder of Walt.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna buy you one of those little wooden whistles. It's gonna show up in an unmarked package at your house.
I'll wear like a little necklace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But one thing, buddy, and the other thing is really important to say is that in that very central main window there, It's where is the railroad office. Guess whose name is there? It is Walt's name.
And like you mean on the
In the main window there,
Right.
when you
Right.
enter in that main window. So it is it's a pretty special place. I don't know why you said that. I love that you picked that one. I love that.
Okay.
I love that you picked that. No, yes, because it will complement with my second one too. So, and you're totally right, Jason. How you sometimes we cannot realize how much we miss that. How much different it is the experience when you have the whistle there.
Yeah.
And it is.
Sometimes I think I hear it. And
Yeah.
I think what I'm actually hearing is
Yeah.
the
Just the
riverboat
steam
and
blowing out of your ears.
yeah, that too. And I just oh, was that the whistle? Was that the whistle? She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to Collins number 2.
He's got a mental image of Jason running down the street when he hears the whistle for the first time. Here it comes.
Yeah.
It's like Forrest Gump running to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Buddy, you're number 2.
Yeah, my number 2 is the monorail, and I put it on the list because I was trying to think of things that Walt would have actually seen, at least a variation of as well, in a quite literal sense. And I think there's no greater example of that than a monorail. Obviously, it's a different variation of the one that he saw originally in Disneyland, but it's also one of the few items in the parks. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. That was originally under Wet Enterprises, so it was something he actually owned at one point in time, similar to I believe it was a fire engine on Main Street. And you don't necessarily get that at Walt Disney World, but you still get a resemblance of it, and you still get an experience of it that is something that's kind of iconic. It's the same designer. It's Bob Gurr on both editions, but the series there's something about it when you get in a monorail that you recognize as a different experience than anything you can have just about anywhere else. Not only because you're so high in the air, but also because of the route that it takes, the buildings that you go through, and it just has become such an iconic part of the Disney experience. And I know for many people, even if they're only going to Magic Kingdom for a day, they make time to make their loop on the monorail just to say they've done it, even if they rode the ferry into the park. There is some kind of indescribable value to it being there that does kind of harken back to a time that you could recognize Walt being there, that you could see him piloting a monorail, that you could recognize it as something that he really loved at one point in time that has made it all the way to the East Coast. So I couldn't have a list without putting that on it to an extent, even though this was narrowly nudged in compared to Haunted Mansion. But I'll save that one as an honorable mention, perhaps.
But you know one thing is that you mentioned that he owned one of the monorails and one of the fire engines, but there was also something else that we already visited that they used to
It was
own.
a railroad.
No, was and also how you call that the thing in the ranch in Fort Wilderness, the Calliope, the thing.
Calliope.
Calliope.
Oh, yeah, that's
he used to
true.
want
Yeah.
that. He used to want that too. Calliope, yes.
Which is interesting. It was all vehicle oriented, which is characteristic for Walt to begin with, but it is kind of interesting. Of course, later on that kind of got dissolved and signed over when WED was kind of dissolved, but nonetheless, it's interesting to kind of see the connections there.
Okay, let's go to my number 2. My number 2, it is oh yeah, I know what it is. It is a comment to what Jason brought. Jason brought the Main Street rail station. So I'll be walking down Main Street, and that's the thing that I is the connection. It is not much more as direct as the Tiki Room, because Tiki Room there was some work and some planning involved from Walt. But the whole thing of Main Street is that influence of his. The idea of his hometown, or not home, but that vibe, and also, and I mentioned that to Jason and to Collin, and there was something about the way that they chose the songs and the influence of a live action movie that he was involved. It was Summer of Magic that guided the whole conception of Main Street.
Collin, have you seen Summer Magic?
No, I've not seen the movie.
Oh, you've got to watch some of that.
Yeah, and yeah.
Ironically, I know that technically, according
Real
to
lives,
the lore of Magic Kingdom, Osh Popham's the proprietor of the Emporium.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Yes. There's
Was
several.
what Burl Ives in that movie, correct?
Real lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's several connections all around Main Street. They used to have even more, but the vibe. I think the whole thing there is the vibe that Main Street has is totally connected and is some kind. For me, it goes a little bit more musical. That brings me that connection with Walt. That more than anything, more than any other place in the other parks. So that is so particular to Main Street. It's not only to have a street with old music playing. No. Main Street there's such a strong personality in Main Street that no other main streets in the other parks have. So it is pretty that vibe, that energy. I think is that for me is Walt there.
Just bring back the House of Magic.
Don't get me started.
I love the facade, but just give me the real thing back, please.
Started.
Collin, it was probably nowadays.
See, I never got to experience it because I think it closed in 90.
There was a
really?
wall. There was a wall.
94 or 98 or something like that. Would have been less than 2.
So wait, did you go into the magic shop in Disneyland when we were there?
Yes, we went there. We went there. We
did.
went
Yeah, I
together.
think we
went
did.
together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as big. It's not as big anymore
Yeah,
as
it's
the House of
different.
Magic was.
It's
House of Magic went so far back, and Carlos will tell us about the masks, I'm sure.
Yes, but it's because it brings me. But that the thing that for me, I think that would not fit well now, because somehow was a little bit scary.
Yeah, the mask part.
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
Just put a warning on the door. It's all right.
It doesn't, it's Main Street. It's Main
This
Street.
is kind of
you
an
know?
off topic, but do you guys remember the magic shop that used to be at Downtown Disney? You could
No.
easily do something like that these days. There used to be a magic
Well, they were
shop
going
on
to
the
do the
west
David
side of
Copperfield
Downtown
store that
Disney.
never happened.
No, but
There was one down past. Now it's where Splitsville was. It was on that strip.
Oh, you're right.
On the
you're
left
right.
down through there.
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
pretty cool store. I just remember it as a kid, but I don't think it lasted very long.
No,
But
I remember.
it
that.
Very
vanished.
neat place. Very neat place. Into thin air.
I heard that.
It was a high dollar magic shop though. It was one of those deals where you walked in, everything was behind like a wooden counter, and you had to ask
That's
to
the
see
good
anything.
stuff.
It was
That's
nice.
the good
It was
stuff.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Jason's number one.
Number one, baby. Number one has got to be. It's got to be the carousel. Because not the carousel of progress.
Oh.
No, not the carousel of progress.
Okay,
What the heck? What are you? What is this?
I got the wrong one.
We gotta. You just can't find good help anymore.
That's why it's so important for you to be in that meeting.
I wrote carousel.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was one mistake.
Well, I get two then.
Yes, you get two. That's you get
Look on his
Carousel of
face.
progress,
Oh, that was
baby.
priceless.
because well,
I mean, it's a good one.
yes, Walt Disney's. It's so obvious.
I was thinking about the carousel.
Okay, but go ahead. You have two now.
because the carousel. I mean, it's a whole connection to Griffith Park, and
Yeah.
Walt taking his daughters to Griffith Park in L.A. and sitting on the bench, the infamous bench, and one of which is in Disneyland, and one of which is in the Disney Family Museum in San Francisco, and sitting there with his daughters, and kind of like it's where he dreamed up or schemed up the part of the idea for Disneyland, and the idea of wanting to have a park that families could go to and enjoy the space together. And I think and for me, the carousel, it's not just even just the idea of the carousel and the story behind it, but there's something about the music.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about being, it's like seeing it through the castle tunnel in the distance, but I just I don't always get on. I don't get on a lot because the queue is usually pretty long. But it has to be there. Has to be there. And the Carousel Progress. I actually get on the Carousel Progress more than the actual carousel because Carousel Progress never has a line. And it's air conditioned, and it also goes in a circle, hence the name. But it's we just went on that.
It was funny because
but although it wasn't, it was a little warm that day.
But it funny, buddy, because most of the audience said we thought also that was Carousel of Progress, and it's because Walt Disney's.
Well, they think you said because they saw the picture. Of course, they think it's Carousel of Progress.
Okay, but you got it too.
I do. I feel good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. That's one thing about the whole. And the whole idea that you have those carousels are really piece of history because they're bringing something that I think the one in Magic Kingdom is originally from Detroit, I think. So they took an old carousel and they refurbished.
Are you sure?
Yes, I think I don't know. Well, it is.
Maybe you're right. You could be right. Right.
Yes.
We gotta look it up. Can we get that fact checked?
Yes,
please?
I think our buddies can help us on that.
Can we get that fact checked?
Okay, Collins, let's go to the number your number one.
Yeah,
Carousel of Progress.
No, none for you. None for you. My number one could be none other than the People Mover, and there's 3 reasons for this. One.
It's close to the Carousel
People Mover in Disneyland. I mean, how can you not put that on the list when it was that kind of legitimate, like, People Mover original over there? But 2, it's just a fun attraction. I mean, how can it not be any more iconic than the People Mover? And we've talked about it at nausea on the show about how much we love this attraction, how unique it is, and just the value of how much we missed it when it was gone for a period of time, and that we were hoping that it would come back to the same glory that it had at some point. We miss it desperately at Disneyland and the vibe that it brings to that area. So it had to be on the list. And the third reason is I wanted to hear Jason and Carlos complain about the swirly finger again. About getting to ride it again.
Why not? No, there's nothing to complain about. It's a wonderful thing.
The inability to ride again at the moment.
One time. It happened one time. And I don't like to talk about it.
Oh, look, Lisa Garimali is helping. Belle Isle Park in Detroit.
There you go.
Thank you, Lisa.
That's where Dr. Detroit was from.
Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate your help. Thank you. But buddy, I got that. I got and I think somehow Tomorrowland has that Walt vibe also. I don't know why.
Always, yeah.
Yes, Tomorrowland has more. Even than Fantasyland, I think there's much more there for me.
Yeah, more than Fantasyland.
Yes, for me, I have that feeling for that part.
And since I'm at the end of my list, I will say honorable mention had to be Haunted Mansion because it's not on anybody's list on any of these, which is shocking to me. But it is one of the few attractions at Walt Disney World that Walt did have some historical influence in as far as what it actually became. Obviously not in a literal standpoint, but he did have some influence on the one in Disneyland, and that was borrowed. What are you laughing at?
You're getting dangerously close to Carlos's number one.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should stop.
No.
Well, not in the attraction, not with the attraction, but in the concept.
In the concept, yeah.
But no, there is a value there.
No, actually not.
I won't go any further because I don't know what I'm saying because of what I'm stepping on the toes of. But
no, don't worry.
But it's an attraction when you ride through it, you can't help but think Walt would have absolutely loved to see this version of it too. So it had to be at least mentioned here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what is he? Oh, you a little sippy? Did you get a little sippy? You a little sippy, Grandpa?
I thought he had taken up vaping for a second.
I did it for. I was like, I'm waiting. I'm like, this is interesting.
It's that kind of.
It's one of those shows.
I'm losing the voice. I was singing opera today. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's the recording of that. I need proof.
Let me tell you guys, my first one. It is actually, and when I said the vibe that we feel with Walt, probably that's one of the best places to get that. And we're talking about Tom Sawyer Island, and the whole idea is that actually the original one, the one in Disneyland, he enjoyed it a lot because it was built and it was ready in 1956, so he had the opportunity to enjoy it a lot. There were some changes in since that time, but not that much. And Colin, do you know what is the name of the fort there?
It's Fort Langhorne, isn't it?
No, in Disneyland.
Not in Disneyland.
Oh, in Disneyland, I have no idea. I've not been on the island at Disneyland.
You mentioned that.
Did I?
Fort Wilderness. It is Fort Wilderness.
Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense.
And used to be a fort that people used to visit, but not anymore now. You cannot go there anymore.
Probably because Carlos. Did you do something you weren't supposed to on the Fort Wilderness?
And my opinion is that due to the fact that it's such an important and prime real estate, that whole area there, that's not so many people visit, that the only reason that nothing happened to that part of the park yet, it is because of Walt. I think that is so much respect for that they don't touch. They did not touch
also,
it.
I mean, the island.
So you can't get on the island at all over there?
Sorry?
No, you can. No.
You can go on the island? Okay.
Yeah. Pirates Cove. That's what they call it now. And you can. What's interesting about the island in Walt Disney World is that it is a literal island. Like if you look at it from a satellite imagery, like there is no connecting bridge.
It is now.
It's not a peninsula. It's not. There's nothing. No, I mean, but right now, like there's only literally one way to get to it, and that is by boat. And
which was the issue with Aunt Polly's.
And what's interesting is like how much island is still there. Like how much extra island still exists, like beyond the fort.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot. Of
yes, you're right. You're
back
right.
through there. But you notice if you take the riverboat around, you
It's
pass the Tom Sawyer Island.
There is land. Yeah,
a lot of land. And I think to change that, I mean, certainly they'll do something with it at some point. But to change it too much, at least the part that's visible from Frontierland and from Liberty Square would really dramatically alter the feel of those spaces themselves. And I think you have to be really careful about that too. So I think there is opportunity to do something further back, for sure.
I would
but
love to see them do something with the train like they did at Disneyland. In that space, just to give it a little more life and more fun as you go
with
around
the trellis
there.
bridge
Cool.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
No, I would like to see that. That'd be fun.
Would add character.
I love Tom Sawyer. So I went on October 1st. I went to Tom Sawyer Island and closed it down. And it was great.
Now they asked you to leave.
Although they closed the bridges down. They start closing the bridges down early. So of course I was there, so the Barrel Bridge was closed, of course, but the bridge to go over to Fort Langhorne, that was closed. And I asked the cast member, I was like, "What's the deal?"
It's been closed quite a bit recently, hasn't it?
No, and he said they closed it. They start to close it down once it gets closer to the closing time of the
That's
island.
the best view on the island.
Because it is a place that you can hide.
Apparently.
And there's some security situation that already happened in the past of people that try to hide themselves there.
My mother's saying, I wonder why they never added an American Indian culture. Like, no. They did. I wouldn't call it. Okay, so first of all, Native Americans. And second of all, they did have scenes. They still have some scenes that you can see from the riverboat. They weren't exactly culturally sensitive.
From the train too.
And so they've changed those scenes over the years, and they've modified some of those scenes over the years appropriately, because they very much had a cowboy and Indian depiction when the parks first opened, which was a carryover from Disneyland. That's been cleaned up a bit.
Yeah, it took a while because I remember at mid 80s you still have the same thing there.
Oh, mid 90s, it was still there
Yeah.
for the most part. Yeah.
Buddies, I've loved the topic. The top 3 signs that Walt is still in the parks was great. Great for this week.
I'm shocked nobody mentioned the lamp at Disneyland because we didn't specify Walt Disney World.
No, we stuck with we stuck to Walt Disney World.
I was thinking about Walt Disney World. Yes,
For the 50th, it was important.
yes. For that's the point. So no way to mention the lamp there. But it's
It'd be a good one for a Disneyland show, though.
we need to talk. I think we need to talk. We need to talk.
Uh-oh. You said something.
I know.
No, we talked about this yesterday. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk.
Apparently,
Okay.
I need to talk.
No, we need to talk. We need to the 3 of us together.
But not now.
No, we cannot plan things like now.
Okay.
People will be entertained, but no.
We'll be here
Buddies.
till 11:30.
So this was our top 3, and let's move on. And today, I forgot.
I know.
I'm rusty.
Are you?
Yeah, I
Like from European vacation?
I forgot to
Have
bring.
a lot of bells over there.
I forgot all the things that was brought by. Oh my goodness!
Oh, don't worry about that. Just keep going.
Yeah, let's go.
Fine.
So we're not gonna bring anything today. So, but yeah.
Woo! It's just too easy now.
If he falls out of his chair, it's bonus
almost-
points.
It's almost unfair. I don't even.
What's that?
Just hit the button.
What's this? I'm crying.
Would you like me to explain what's that sound?
Yes,
our
please
friends?
do that.
What's that sound?
Our 2 friends
If we
on
can pull it
Twitch are really
together
confused at
here.
the moment.
What's that sound is your favorite, my favorite, Collin Kendall's favorite segment here on After Hours, where we will play for you a brief, some briefer than others, little sound from somewhere in Walt Disney World, park, resort, maybe even a car park. Your job, should you choose to play, is to tell us what that sound is. Be as specific as possible. You can guess as many times as you'd like. Just put them in the comments there. And tonight, you will win your Carlos's. He will record for you on your home answering machine his laugh. If you win,
He'll
if
say
you win
coconut
more,
at the end.
I was going to say if you get more than one right, he will
Cucumber.
he will recite a poem with the words coconut and cucumber in them.
In the same poem.
Okay, cucumber. Now I got it.
In his
There
NPR
you go.
voice, just for good measure.
Hey, saying hi to Mary. Mary T. Wells just got here. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the first sound. In one, 2, and 3. Ooh.
I know.
This doesn't come with a video of Jason belly dancing. I am going to be disappointed and I might leave.
Oh.
Oh,
Let's see. Cook your number. Morocco. Aladdin. Morocco something. Morocco dancing. Ken Graff is saying harmonious. Morocco is for Chrissy. Heather saying Morocco. Mega Morocco.
Disturbing sights for 500, Mr. Trebek.
Peter saying the sound of the bath bomb being. Restaurant Marrakesh. I love Peter. That's why you have to be always here, Peter. Morocco. Jody saying Morocco. Let me do it again in 1, 2, and 3. Michelle is saying post show of Harmonious.
We have one correct answer.
Yes, we do have.
Would you like to show the reveal?
Yes. In 1, 2, and 3.
And
Whose
Ken
head is
Graff.
that?
Good job. And it was wonderful meeting Ken this past week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
missed the good part, Ken? Me.
Yes. You. And I really miss you, but there, buddy. And I really miss you.
Thanks, Carl.
Help me.
Number 2.
Number 2 in 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
I
That
barely
one
heard
is
that.
That one is difficult. I'll do it again in. That is difficult.
You think?
Yes, because
Oh,
could be
see, I
could be so
don't
many.
think this is hard.
No, it could be so many different places.
Could it though?
Yes.
I can think of a region this could be in.
I'll do it. I'll do it again. Laura's
No, I see Carlos's point though, because I'm thinking the same way where this could have been.
Splash Mountain, Frontierland, Carousel of Progress. The sound of coming out.
Always goes back to Tangled with Peter. Always goes back to Tangled. You know what they say? It takes 2 to Tangled.
Taps him. Carrie saying
I don't think that's what they said.
Tom Sawyer Island. Michelle, yes, saying Tom Sawyer Island. The American Experience.
I think every single person here has picked the wrong park.
Yes.
It's not Magic Kingdom, folks.
And it's and for me that sound is so Magic Kingdom. Look. That is so Magic Kingdom.
I was gonna say I shouldn't say it. I was gonna say something in Epcot. Let's put it that way.
Well, you may not be wrong about that.
I don't think I'm right though.
Maybe if could you hum the rest of it?
No, I can't do that.
Saying Toy Story Land. Sid saying Toy Story Land.
Toy Story Land.
Lisa Getty saying Epcot.
Well, Megan said Toy Story Land too.
Megan saying Toy Story Land too.
And
Mark Williams is saying Canada.
Toy Story Land is also the wrong park.
Living with the Land.
Epcot is the right park.
I can kind of understand why you're thinking living with the land in that.
Oh yeah. In that scene with the farmhouse.
Chrissy Viggs is saying Norway.
Oh.
Somebody else has this answer on there. I was going to say an American Adventure, but I don't think it's right.
No, I mean it's not right, but you're at least in the right area of the park.
Yes.
Generally on the correct path.
But the truth is
we do have a correct answer.
We do have a correct answer, and actually, Mark Williams got it right. Let's reveal.
And then Lisa.
Well, now I would like some cheese soup and a fillet.
Me too.
Possibly a pretzel.
Me too.
Not real.
I really like Le Cellier. I really like. For me, it's one of my favorites.
It's really come back strong too.
Yes, I heard that too.
It's come
It
back
had
You know
all
what,
well, and then it's still
Yeah.
expensive, but
I mean, come on.
compared to what it
everything
was
is
for the
now.
same
Yeah,
thing, but
yeah,
it's still really good food. Yeah,
it's very good.
and the food
Okay.
and wine booth's very good too.
Yes.
Or Flower and Garden. I don't remember which one it is that they have the cheese soup and the small fillets. Great value.
You ready?
Yes. Let's go
Last
to
one.
Let's go to the number 3 in 1, 2, and 3. That is difficult.
And I gave him a lot. I gave you
That's
a lot of work,
Carlos on
lot to
his
work with.
balcony
You know what they say about
With Kermit the
just
Frog.
enough. Oh, Kermit the Frog.
Oh, Carlos.
They're both sitting on that log, like the Rainbow Connection song.
Right. Can you imagine Kermit and Carlos in a duet?
It would be hilarious, is what it would be.
Why are there so many songs about coconuts?
And cucumbers. I got it right now.
I'll take you to Jelly Rolls and we'll have that one guy sing the, the
me
Rainbow
play it-
Connection song.
Let me play it again in 1, 2, and 3. The guy busking on the corner. Megan said Disney Springs. I know it sounds like Disney Springs, but it's not. Mary T. Wells says Beach Club Lobby.
Oh.
It is.
Oh.
It is.
That's real close. Is it? Oh. Mary.
This isn't part of the Ale and Compass music, is it? At the restaurant?
Maybe.
No.
No, I mean,
No.
Carlos and I did have breakfast at
Yeah.
Compass.
It's a great breakfast.
Yeah.
Not the one.
It
I
was,
got.
but the best part,
I chose poorly.
the best part of the breakfast was with Jason.
Oh.
It was. I love that breakfast. Mary T.
I've
Wells
eaten
saying
here with a lot of people, actually.
Yes.
It's just kind of ironic.
it's Yacht Lobby, Cape May Cafe.
I
I
mean,
love Cape
We
May
already
Cafe,
have it.
too.
We already have it.
practically. You want to show the reveal?
Yes, but pay attention, Colin. Pay attention
Colin,
until
pay attention, will you?
yeah.
I'm not good at that. We've already been over that.
Don't miss don't miss the end of the video.
Is that a curtsy? Perhaps a plie? Working on your interpretive dancing, I see.
Right. Mary, yes, right outside the lobby in the courtyard. You're right. Yeah, and that loop is always great. I love that.
It was beautiful.
really
It was
good.
good. And that
Beautiful.
moment was beautiful. It was great,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was like,
It was the only.
was that right
moment-
after we just gotten clean? I had just gotten cleaned up, right? Or was it in the morning?
No, it was in the
Before-
morning because I was
the
using.
morning?
I'm going to need you to elaborate on that
I was-
statement.
Oh, I took.
I was wearing the sleeves. I was wearing this. I was wearing the protection sleeves, the sun protection sleeves.
I may have almost taken a shower in the bathroom by
The steakhouse.
Yasmin's
But
Steak.
yes,
I was
There
so
is a
close.
shower like three steps
I
down
said
by
that
the
to
pool.
Carlos, like, I think actually if I gone down by the, but
Yeah, you have to.
I felt great after that.
No,
yeah.
yeah. No, the truth is that we spent the most of the morning and most of the afternoon walking in 2 parks, and then we knew that we were gonna meet a lot of people, and the idea is that let's take a bath.
Basically, a bath in the
Try to just jump in the pool while you were there.
They won't let you in.
Guys. This was the sound. I forgot to bring the sponsorship. Oh my gosh,
We're doing a thing here. We're doing a thing there. They all
yeah.
know the drill.
Everybody know the drill. Yes, but it will come back in the next one.
FYI, I released a calendar this week.
Yes.
I'm just gonna mention that in passing because there's only so many of them left. I don't want these people to get missed out on because they've sold half of them in like a day.
Collin is starring in his very own firefighter Collin
That's it.
calendar.
It's
2022
very attractive.
calendar.
Everybody wants to see that.
It's quite the hose.
Wait till you see Christmas.
We're breaking records today.
I'm sorry if this is the first show.
but it's thank you
banished from Twitch.
There's still someone watching there.
That's Caleb.
That's Caleb. Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you, buddy. One thing, talking about thank you, it's so good to be back in the studio. As I said, I love doing the live stuff, but it's good to be back in the studio. It's good to be back trying new media channels, and it's good to have a new segment too. Thank you, thank you to the thank you note. It was great.
It was fun.
That was great. Buddies, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I miss being with the two of you. It was too much time only with Jason. No,
it's old fast.
And public, I have to say, Jason and Michelle, thank you. You were. I had an amazing October 1st in Magic
Probably
in
Michelle more than Jason.
With Jason and Michelle. They were always great. I love you, your family, and thank you very much. It was a great experience.
It was nice spending the day with you too.
Yeah, and Collin, never do that again. We need you there. Okay. On behalf of my buddies, I'd like to wish you a magical rest of the week. Be safe, be fine, and we're gonna see you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night, guys.